So look, from the airline perspective, we took the bet in the fall of last year. We were quite confident that the summer would be good. So from a pilot, cabin crew, maintenance, we were ready, both at KLM and Air France. A lot of U.S. carriers, some other carriers in Europe did not have enough pilots. It takes a while to train them up, but on that front we were okay. But we've seen in some airports that there have been shortages at security, shortages at customs and immigration. So the impact that it has on us is it's quite large.
So when the British Transport Minister says, as he did, that airlines need to get their act together, I'm not inviting you to criticise him, but you would say, no, airports, infrastructure, you need to get your act together.
Yeah, I think, well, look, we're not based in the UK, but this is what we're saying in the Netherlands and in France, because we put an enormous amount of effort to be ready for this summer. We sold a lot of tickets. We were off to a very good start. We still think we'll have a good summer, but customers will have an experience that really isn't up to the level that we would have expected.
The sort of issues we're talking about will be very difficult to solve between now and August.
Well, we've done a few things. One, we've tried to spread out our departures. So, for instance, in Paris, we have two big hub structures, one at 10 in the morning, one at 1 p.m., and we've moved as many flights as we can to the afternoon, which costs us money. And then the minimum connection times at both of our hubs, we've expanded them, which here again, it costs us money as well, but at least it takes pressure off people connecting, it takes stress away, it takes some stress off our employees as well when we don't have the same number of flights all going at the same time.
How are you handling the higher fuel price? Traditionally it's what, 30% of cost, now what is it, 45%?
Well, what's good with the higher fuel is the booking curve since the beginning of the pandemic has really shortened. So historically, when there's been a spike in fuel prices, there hasn't been that much opportunity to recapture through fare increases and balance out what you'd already sold. This time, with the shrinking of the fuel curve or the purchase curve of the tickets, it's been not bad. And the market, because it's so strong, has been absorbing the increase. What's really challenging for us is the fact that we can't overfly Russia. So adding all these extra hours from, say, for instance, South Korea to Paris, 3 extra hours with fuel costs at that level, that's tough.
Let's take the Lufthansa group. You've got they have tight control over the operating airlines. And then you have IAG, which is more of a federation type of thing, but they work closely together. How would you describe the relationship of Air France-KLM?
Well, I think it's two models that are trying to optimize as best they can, because KLM had the first transatlantic joint venture with Northwest, so they pioneered it. And Amsterdam Schiphol and KLM were the first international transit fortress, and Singapore at Changi copied it, Emirates, Dubai copied it. And meanwhile, Paris, with France being the largest inbound tourism market in the world, you got two different markets, two different ways of serving them. And this is how do you get the best out of both, to be able to produce the best results. And that's really the challenge and the potential magic if we can get it to work. So as you say, the two other big competitors we have in Europe, different environments, but this is really something. And I think in the past, there wasn't a true understanding of what it could be. And I think we have a team now in place that really gets it.
Is this a priority in terms of your vision?
Yes. So vision is we've got two very strong brands. We have
absolutely.
A fantastic connection hub in Schiphol, and we have a home market in France that we have not exploited as best we can. We only have 48% of the French market. We had a very, very complex fleet. We did not have consistent product. The Air France product is going to be much more consistent. And I think, in a commoditized market, I think the Air France brand can be positioned higher than most of the transatlantic European and North American carriers.
This is very interesting because I know you're also investing in the product.
Yes.
Everybody wants to invest, but it's very difficult post-pandemic. But you're putting money into a new business class seat, into a new first class. How difficult was it to justify that to the board?
Well, we were lucky timing-wise on the Air France side that a lot of our airplanes were at that age where they had to be replaced. So they were in the capital plan to begin with. So when you replace an airplane, you get new product. And then I would say that's 3/4 of the airplanes that are affected are coming in because they're new. And the rest, these are paid off airplanes where instead of getting new airplanes, we can justify updating the interiors and we can put out a decent product. So it's not just the product on the inside. The new airplanes are also really environmentally friendly. And this, of course, is another big priority, not only of our own group, but also of the whole industry.
That's Ben Smith, who is the CEO of Air France-KLM.